Hello everybody, how are you? It's Julie Salva with Stamp and Shine with Julie Salva. I am pulling up Facebook good on my other computer so that I can monitor comments and everything. But hey, welcome back. This is session 3 of my Julie's Favorite Things series, and I have had fun. The first two that we did the cards with the monkey. We did a monkey card, and what else did we do on that day? I forget. But then yesterday we did 2 other cards. We did a fun fold. I happen to have that one right here. And I want to show you something on this fun fold. Yesterday when we did it, I showed you the fringe thing. Let's scoot it up a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Well, when I was finishing up the card that I made for you guys, I was like, I wonder what that fringe would look like on the border. And I actually love it. So I put that piece of fringe right here just to give this card a little more oomph. But this is a great card for a graduation card or any kind of celebration. So we made this yesterday. So if you want to know how to do this fun fold, go watch yesterday's video. I've posted it here in the group. I've posted it in my Facebook page. And if you're on my email list, you get an email with the link as well. And then the other technique that we did was this one, kind of learning a pinwheel. This is called a pinwheel card. But I learned that this is an excellent quilting technique as well. So I do call myself a quilter now because I did this. So we learned how to do this as well. So those were the 2 from yesterday. Now, today I've got a box we're going to make, and I really, really like it. Hey, Peggy. I really like making boxes. I didn't used to. It used to scare me, but now I like it. And I think that they are great ways to give gift cards and small little treats. I mean, obviously you can make a big box too, but this is a smaller one designed for, in my mind, graduation, gift card. It could be birthday, it could be whatever. So we're going to make a box, and then I'm going to show you a super easy fun fold that you may know, but I got to tell you, I love this card. I love this card. Oh, Peggy, I'm sorry you had a hard time finding me, but I'm glad that you did too. I'm right here. So, I think you're going to like it. It features a really pretty paper that maybe you haven't seen yet. Hi, Cindy. How are you? So with that, let me scoot my computer over here. Y'all, I can't wait. Mark says he's going to set up my big desk for me this weekend. Hello, Jennifer. I have missed you. It's an L-shaped desk, so it's going to give me more room. I'm going to have a space that I can do my business work, and then I'm going to have a space that I can create. And in my business area, I'll be able to work on the Creating for Christ studies and all of that. So I'm super excited about that. So, okay, let's get going. I am going to pull the camera down and we'll get started, okay? You know what, before I do that, I do want to show you one of the things that I talked about was Julie's favorite things. And I talked about basic supplies, and I've used them periodically all throughout the last couple sessions, but I just want to spell them out for you in case you don't have them. I think beginner stampers may not. I think experienced stampers probably do. Because you've heard me say this before, they're not the sexy purchase, right? It's not the fun stamp set or the cool colors or ribbon or something. But I'm telling you, they make such a difference in your stamping. So the first one, your foam pad. It's just $5, and it is amazing for stamping with photopolymer stamps. It gives you such a better image. So the foam pad, and you know what, this one is dirty, but it works great, and you can clean it. Just wipe it off with some Stampin' Cleaner, and you can clean it and keep going. So that's number 1. Number 2, and I exhibited why we needed this during session 1 when I had all the adhesive issues, but the silicone mat. You can see bits and pieces of adhesive on there. But, oh, Jennifer, those were coming up. You're stealing the thunder, girl. But this is amazing if you're working with adhesive, especially if you're using a tape runner and you're trying to get it to stop at a certain point. Hi, Mattia. And you're trying to get it to stop at a certain point, and you like run over and it gets on your scratch paper. It just makes a mess. I use this all the time now. Love it. Love it. So this is one. Another thing, Jennifer mentioned it, and you can see mine is well loved. Bone folder. The bone folder. It's outstanding for creasing. And today with the fun fold in the box, I'm going to tell you what, it's not even a negotiable. You have to have a bone folder, particularly when you're working with thick cardstock. Okay. The take a pick tool. Take a pick tool. This one, I honestly, when I first got it, I was like, I don't even really know what you do with it, but I have since fallen in love with it. This end right here, I'm unscrewing the whole thing. This end right here is my sticky. You can kind of see it right there. Oh, it looks cleaner than yours, but that's sticky. That blue is a sticky thing, and it helps me pick up small pieces that I want to work with. And then yesterday you saw how excited I got about this end. This is the paper piercer, and you're going to see me use it today. But then my discovery of the spatula and how great that was to remove adhesive pieces. So I love the Take a Pick tool. It also has a couple other attachments that you may like too, but this is the generic one, and I love it. And then my other is Paper Snips. That's why I'm giving away a pair. If you place a $50 order, you're going to get one. These are $11. The price went up. So, I mean, that's a good deal for you. That's a good deal to get a free pair of them. But they cut amazingly. When I went and got mine sharpened, the cover that goes on them, which you totally need, did not come back with the scissors. So the scissors cut great, but I need a new pair because I need a pair with a top. And again, you want to be careful. There is a team member of mine, honest to goodness, this is not a lie. And in fact, I was just texting with her before this, named Patty. And Patty was over here stamping one night, and she put her snips in her apron pocket like that, and she didn't have the cover on. Y'all, she stabbed herself in the leg, and we had to take her to the ER. I'm promising you that happened. So you got to have a cover on these. And since I lost mine, I need a new pair. And since I need a new pair, you do too. So those are some of my essentials that I have to have. I'm not even talking about adhesives right now, but those are basic Stampin' essentials. The other thing, and you're going to see me use it all the time, is your Stampin' trimmer. Now, you may have a trimmer from another company, and if it works for you, that is fabulous. I'm not going to be the Stampin' Up! Person that's like, you can only use Stampin' Up!, although it's the best. But one thing I love about this is that you have a cutting blade and a scoring blade, and that's going to be super important. Plus, this arm, oh, I was looking backwards, opens out and takes you all the way out to 18 inches, well, 17.25 inches. Most trimmers don't go out that far, so just a little side note. So there we go. Okay, let's create, because I have two great projects for you. So I'm gonna scoot these over to the side. I'm gonna move it up. Remember, if you place a $35 order by Sunday, I do not have my scratch paper, but it's okay. If you place a $35 order with me by Sunday using the host code that I attach, you will get the pre-cut pieces for all 6 of the projects that I have done over the last 3 days. If you, let me turn that volume down. If you place a $50 order, you will get those pieces, and you'll get the paper snips too. So that's pretty solid. So, okay, I think I have this pretty good position. I feel like you guys, yeah, I think we can see pretty well. Okay, let's go. So card number 1, let me start with that. So this is the fun fold. Now, both cards today are going to use the extra thick white cardstock, okay? Can you use regular cardstock on this? Of course you can, but the extra thick cardstock is going to work better for you. It's going to give your card more support, and you are 100% going to want it. So next time you put an order in, just put extra thick cardstock on there. Now, the extra thick cardstock is not in the regular paper section. It's a couple pages after, and I'll fill you guys in on that. So here's the card. Now, this is the card we're going to make, okay? Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Y'all, I love it. I love the, you know what, I'm going to scoot this camera over a little bit so we can get a little bit better. I love the fold. It is such an easy fold, but it's nice to have the dimensions. This is going to fit inside an envelope perfectly. But the thing that I like about it as well is that when you open it up like this, it will sit on a desk and it can stand up. Now, I know this is a weird angle for you to see it, but you can kind of get the glimpse. And then when we move the camera back up, I'll show it to you. So let's talk about this card. I'm going to start with the scoring. You guys can pay attention, jot the scoring dimensions down. Then I'll talk about the paper, the stamp set, and we'll be in great shape. I want to show you, and I want to give full credit, Bonnie Alexander made the original card. I got it in a swap. And so I think that it is, when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to learn how to do that. And I mean, it was pretty easy to do. So thank you, Bonnie Alexander, for doing that in your swap. I appreciate it. And I'm glad I know how to do it now. And I'm glad my friends are going to know how to do it in just a few brief moments. So, okay, I wrote down my measurements. Oh, here they are right here. Okay, so you're gonna take your piece of cardstock. This again is extra thick white cardstock. I've cut it to 5.5 by 8.5. So this is just your normal card mat size. What you're gonna do, and you may not be able to see me do this, but you'll get it. You're gonna score at 2 inches, at 3 1/8 inch, and you guys know I hate the eighths. I hate the eighths. So I must really like this card if I'm gonna score it an 1/8. 5 3/8, again with an 1/8, which I hate. And then the last one is 6.5. Now I know you can't see this up here, but again, you're okay. You don't need to see that, and I'll leave it aside. So here's what we've got. We've got the dimensions. I'll say them again. The cardstock is extra thick white. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and then the scoring dimensions are 2, 3 1/8. 5 3/8, and 6.5. Okay, so here is the fold. Okay, you're gonna fold these two pieces like so. You're gonna fold them in, so valley fold. Then you're gonna take the two middle score lines and fold that at a mountain fold. You guys remember I've taught you that before, right? A valley fold goes in like a V, the lower valley. A mountain fold is the high fold, like a mountain. So you can look at this and you can see what happens. And I just kind of scoot those pieces in, okay? That's the fold. I mean, it's really very, very easy. Now, you definitely want your bone folder. You guys saw me score, and you would think that would be enough, but it's not. With thick paper like this, you've got to break the fibers, and that's why you want that bone folder. I actually score on both sides to try and get a nice crisp fold. So you can see that made a big difference right there. So let's talk the paper that we're using here. So this paper is one you may not have seen. It's the Inked Botanicals Designer Series paper. It's a 6x6 pat. There are 48 sheets in it, and it's $12.50. Now, I want to show you, this came from my paper share, and I got to tell you, I really liked that I kept a part of the paper share because I have a little bit of everything now. So I was able to look at this paper. I'm going to show it to you. It's beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful. But I was able to look at it and say, oh my gosh, that is exactly what I want to use. Now, the colors that coordinate with Inked Botanicals are Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon. You can see both of those right here. And Petal Pink. So I think this is great for spring and summer. That's a fun summer one. Oh, that's nice too. But I also think it's really great heading into fall. So I would put this on your list, your shopping list, the Inked Botanicals. I think that you will be glad that you did. So I've already cut the DSP. Let me give you the dimensions of the DSP now. So you're going to need 2 pieces of DSP. And again, that's Designer Series paper. 2 pieces that are cut down to 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so 2 pieces that are cut down to 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. You're going to go on and put your adhesive on them, and that is not the one I want, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, this is good that I showed you this. I want you guys to see this. Do you see that in there? How the paper kind of tore, and when I did that, the paper tore. So I'm not freaking out because that's not the side I'm using, but I'm going to tell you something right now. Okay, we've got both of these adhesives. This one is Stamp and Seal, and you'll see it in the catalog. It's called Stamp and Seal. This one is called Stamp and Seal Plus. Stamp and Seal Plus is what you want to use on thick cardstock, on 3D projects like boxes. If you use it on regular paper, you run the risk. Now, some people don't have this problem. I have had it every time. You run the risk of exactly this happening, your paper tearing like that, because it's designed to be a sturdier adhesive. So make sure when you're ordering adhesives that you order the one that you want. Okay, so again, this would be the regular Stamp and Seal for this one. So, and again, not a problem because, I'm going to fold that over so I can get here, because it's on the back. So I'm going to layer this in here. You can see that it's matted, so we have a 1/4 inch layer on either side. And I'm going to take this other one, and again, I'm using my silicone sheet underneath it, because now if my adhesive runs off a little bit, it doesn't freak me out. It doesn't get on my desk. It doesn't get on my scratch paper, and it's not a problem. Okay? How do I know about all these problems? Because I've made them all, and I'm like, there has to be a solution for this. And there was. Okay, so I've got that one. right there. Now I'm going to put the centerpiece. I love this. This is probably my favorite piece in the whole thing. I love, love, love these flowers. And I love the back side too. I mean, y'all, I'm telling you, this is a great package of paper. Inked Botanicals. 48 sheets, 6x6 paper. So you'll love it. All right, this is going to go right here in the center. So this is also a fun card to use up DSP, because you want to do that. Okay, isn't that pretty? I mean, I'm just such a fan. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. I told you guys yesterday about these. Remember what I said? This is selling point number 1. I didn't like them. The Countryside Corners dies, I didn't like them at all when I first saw them. I was like, oh my goodness. Jennifer, maybe zoom out, come up higher. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Give me a second. And you guys let me know if that's better. Because I'm okay, well, that's my chest. So that's not better. But you guys are such great guinea pigs for me, because you know I'm new to this. And I mean, I think I teach pretty good. But the tech stuff, man, that gets me. So I am here, and you guys are amazing. Helps. Okay, almost. Is that better? Maybe. Is that better? Somebody can tell me. I know you will. Okay, remember, the comments that I'm looking at on the computer are a little bit delayed too. Y'all, thank you so much for your patience with this. There are so many people that are like, I'm not going to do lives because I can't do it great. And look, I don't do it great either, but I'm learning and I'm getting better. And you guys are so super supportive about it. A little more, Jen. Okay, a little more. You guys are so super supportive. And I'm just, I can't even tell you how much I appreciate that. I think everybody should do this, because that's the only way you learn. You know what I mean? It's the only way you learn. Okay, I just did it a little bit more. Okay. All right, zooming out. Oh, look, good grief. You guys are getting an amazing glimpse of my chest, which is certainly not what we're wanting here. All right, yes, Gayla, I'm working on it. You guys are, oh, you're so good. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's try that. Is that better? I think that's better. That feels better to me. Is that better? Okay. We're going to say that's better. Yeah. A little more, even more. Okay, hold on. Okay. Yes, it's good. Peggy says right there. You guys, thank you so much. I don't even care that we've got to learn. Oh man, you guys are amazing. Okay, so let's go back to the teaching. So this is the Countryside Corners. Like I told you, I didn't like them. Now I love them. I mean, I've used them on so many things, and I'm going to show you something else. Even though I'm not going to teach it today, I'm going to show you something else I've used them on. So let me go on and get some adhesive here. And we'll put this right there. And they just line right on up. Okay, so there's that. You guys, you were so right. This is such a better frame. Oh my gosh. Y'all taught me something. Thank you. So I've got that. Now, here's the thing. There is a bundle, and you might overlook it. It's called the Wonderful Thoughts Bundle. Now, I showed you one of the stamps yesterday in the Wonderful Thoughts Bundle. It was the one I did where I'll listen to you, or I'll listen to your silence when the words just aren't, when the words are just too much. It's such a sweet set. So today I'm going to use the You Can Do Anything. Okay? You can do anything, or you can do amazing things. Because I think that's a great sentiment. Everybody wants to hear they can do amazing things. If you look at the original card that inspired me, that Bonnie did, you can see she did Thinking of You. So, I mean, you could put anything there. This is an amazing sympathy card, because it could be, I mean, it's just so simple. So it can be whatever you want it to be. So the cool thing about it, though, is that it has dies that match it. They're also called Wonderful Thoughts. So I want you guys to take a look at these dies so that you can see. Now, this is one of the dies that... all of the dies match, or they cut out the words, you know, so I want to make sure that you guys see that. Okay, let me reload here. So you can see they look like odd shapes, but they match the words. So that's a great thing. Another thing that you can see is that there are some sentiment or just some regular shape dies in here that you can use for sentiment. So I want to make sure that you don't miss that. But the other thing that I like about it is that it does have this beautiful die in it that, okay, so that you can see. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful die. So what this die does is it cuts out this shape. So take a look at that. I mean, that is really pretty. Now, it's an intricate die, okay? So you're gonna wanna make sure that you run it through your Big Shot several times, and you're also gonna wanna make sure that you have your take a pick tool handy, because this die with these little pieces that pop out right in here, you're gonna use that paper piercing thing to do that, okay? So, Dawn, it's more complicated than surgery. It's not, Dawn. Y'all, my friend Dawn, who has popped on here, you guys got to give her some encouragement. She is a non-crafter. She's told me 100 times that she's a non-crafter. She's an amazing nurse, though. She's an amazing nurse. She works at a cancer center. And we went to high school together. And we've just reconnected. So she's seen the stuff that I do. And she's like, I can't do any of that. You guys, please tell her she can do it. Okay? Jennifer, you're wonderful. Your love do matter. Yeah, it's a beautiful saying up at the top. So anyway, let's finish this up right here so Dawn can see it is not more complicated than surgery. It is not. So take my block. Let me get my sentiment out. She can do amazing things. I probably already took my block. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. And I'm using Lost Lagoon ink. Okay, I'm using Lost Lagoon ink. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for telling her that. See, Dawn, I have a good community of people. That's why you need to be a stamper too. Okay, so I'm going to stamp over here. You can do amazing things. Oh, it's photopolymer, what I just teach you guys. I like to use this underneath it. Even, Dawn, even if you're not a stamper, these people make you feel like you're pretty special. So I got to tell you. Okay, you can do amazing things. I've stamped that. And I'm gonna glue my pretty little thing. Does anybody know what that is? It's like a flower thing. It's a pretty thing. I just don't know if it has like a name. I'm using the fine tip glue because, again, with an image like this, it's tricky. It's really not tricky. I make it tricky because I trick myself. Okay, now Dawn, this is harder than surgery, which is getting this needle. There we go. Look at me. Back in the hole. Okay. Gonna put this right here. Oh man, y'all, I really like this. I mean, you could whip out a bunch of these. One last thing I want to do, because I kind of like these colors here, I want to take my linen thread, which I have kept in supreme condition. I got it all tangled up. I can't figure out sometimes how to get the roll started, so I just pulled it off because I got frustrated. But it works. I'm gonna take my linen thread. And Dawn, ever since you said that about surgery, now I feel like I'm a doctor getting ready to do stitches. So, okay, I'm going to tie my double bow. I am a fan of the double bow with linen thread. I don't even think I ever tie a single bow with linen thread. Perfect. I will get the little glue dot right here. Dawn, I'm going to send you a stamping kit. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you an all-inclusive stamping kit. You're going to do it. That's the plan. I'm going to put that right down here. Kind of like a little ribbon around the flowers. Yeah. There we go. And very last thing I'm going to do is take some adhesive. You guys want to see my linen thread again? I know that'll make somebody break out in a hive. So, Dawn, stop it. You can do it. And pop this right here. And ta-da! Ta-da! Hey, Dawn, I might send you this card. You can do amazing things. There we go. And then again, it'll stand up. It'll stand up. Oh, Peggy, you can't do a bow. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. So anyway, card number 1, super easy fold, but a really elegant card. Now, the only thing about this card is it can get tricky. Like, where am I going to write my message? I don't think this card is really about a message so much. I think this card is about something that would look amazing sitting on your desk, just reminding you, you know what? You can do hard stuff. You can do hard things. So she'll take it. There you go. So I'm going to put this one aside, and we'll come back. I'll show it to you later. And I will send you that card, Dawn. You've got it. And now we're going to make a box, okay? So are you ready? I'm going to show you. I'll show you the project, okay? Look at that. Yeah, Gayla. Gayla said you could write it on the back. You can. You could write it on the back for sure. So, yeah. Sometimes I overthink things. Okay, here's our box that we're going to make. How cute is it? How cute is that box? I mean, I love this. And you guys are going to be amazed at how easy this is. So the way that it opens up is you just untie the Azure Afternoon thread and open that box right up. And this is going to somebody tonight. I have a gift card. I'm going to put some paper in there too. So let me show you how to make this box. It's not very thick, so it's perfect for a gift card or something small. Okay, so here we go. Scrap paper so you can write down these dimensions because I know you'll want them. So for the box, again, thick white cardstock. Good, Kathy, good. I'm so glad you love it. So thick white cardstock cut to 4 1/4 by 8. Okay, so that's a little different. 4 1/4 by 8. So make sure that you cut it to that. Then we're going to score the short end. Okay, so this is what I had to kind of learn. All right, with this. Okay, when you what they mean by short and by long. So the short end is this side. Okay, this is the short end. So it says score the short end at 1/2 of an inch. Okay. Now, see, in your mind, you might think, well, that you're doing the long, but you'll see. Okay. 1/2 an inch. I did that on either side. Then on the long side, so here's the long side. On the long side, I'm going to score that at 1/2 an inch. Okay, Dawn, this is the one that you just want to sit back and say, oh, that's pretty. This is not where you're going to start yet. Okay. Although you could, 3 3/4, 4 1/4, and open my arm up here, 7 1/2. You guys, I want to tell y'all something. This is not the box I intended to make, but it is a box that we can make, so that's okay. I wrote the wrong dimension, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's still going to make a great box, so I'm teaching you something anyway. Okay? But I want to tell you this. I want you to even attempt it. Hi, Chris. Okay, I want to tell you guys something here, because this is important. When I make it big, all right, when I have like 20 people watching a video, you guys are going to be able to say, you know what, we helped her do that. We helped her get that thing going. So, all right, so I'm going to fold on the score lines here. Now, I'm not exactly sure what box I'm making right now because I'm pretty sure I know exactly what I did. Oh, this is not a problem. This is not a problem. You guys know when you come and watch me that there's going to be a mess up, right? So here's today's mess up. Paper's not cut to the right thing. It's 4 1/4 by 8. Look at here. Oh, y'all. I know this is where you feel sorry for me now, but I don't because I got it fixed. That's the thing. I can fix them. Okay? There we go. There we go. So I cut that end piece off because I didn't need that. And then I think, oh, now we're right. Now we're right. Okay. So again, I told you 4 1/4 by 8 and to pay attention to that. And then I did not pay attention to that. So whatever, there you go. Alrighty, so we are going to cut in on these score lines. You guys know how to make boxes now. Just so you know, again, I'll tell you the dimensions while I'm cutting these little things in. You want to cut this to 4 1/4 by 8. Do not do what Julie did. Okay, do not do that where you have it the wrong dimension. So we're cutting to 4 1/4 by 8. You're going to score on the short side, a 1/2 inch on both sides. You're going to score on the long side, 1/2 inch, 3 3/4 inches, 4 1/4 inches, and 7 1/2. Okay? So let's see what happens. It doesn't look right, but I feel like we're going to be okay. So we're going to put the box together now. Now on this one, I am absolutely using that Stamp and Seal Plus that I told you about because I think that that's what I need. One thing I do like to do on my tabs here, rather than just cut on the score line, do you guys do this? I like to angle my tabs. I think it folds better. I think it looks better. So I do that. And it just takes one more little additional minute. Not bad at all. So, but see how now they kind of look triangle. I was going to make up a word. Triangle-y. Triangle-y. All right. I am going to put some adhesive on my tab, and I am using Stamp and Seal Plus this time because I want it to stick. I'll put some on this one too. Okay, there. There. Fold it up and in. Okay. Fold this one the same way. Up and in. Okay, like that. So it appears I did this a little long too. Not to worry. Can fix it. The dilemma now is, do I send this video out in an email with all these mistakes? I say yes. I say yes. If I can do it, other people can do it. All right. Do this. Up and in. Like so, and like so. See, boxes are easy to put together once you actually cut your paper to the right length. Okay? And then the same thing right here. So I'm just putting the Seal Plus on all of these tabs. And you can see it doesn't pull this. It is a mini pizza box. That's exactly right. It doesn't pull all of this because this is the thick cardstock. Okay. So we take this, we are going to fold it up, and you can see how the box works. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's the box. All right, one last time, because of the debacle that I had with the measurements. One last time, okay? Your paper is going to be 4 1/4 by 8. You're going to score on the short side 1/2 inch on both sides. You then are going to score on the long side 1/2 inch, 3 3/4 inches, 4 1/4 inches, and 7 1/2 inches. Then you're going to fold it and put it all together. But we got to decorate it now, okay? You have the mini pizza boxes we used to sell. I forgot about that we had those. So here's what we're going to do. Super easy. I'm going to take a piece of the Azure Afternoon ribbon. This comes in a 3-pack. You've got the petal pink. No, that's not that. It's the bubble gum. It's the bubble bath. The bubble bath. Bubble bath is your afternoon. And then you also have lemon lolly ribbon that I've got somewhere else. Go in and wrap it around your box. And then you'll tie. Remember what you know about me. I use a lot of ribbon because I am not fighting ribbon. I refuse to do it. So you're going to tie it all the way really over. Not even on the corner. You're going to tie it like on the end. So we'll wrap it around. This has a silver thread through it, by the way, this ribbon. So I feel like it kind of reminds me, you know, we had that silver and white, and we had gold in white and cream and all that. So anyway, so you've got that. And I'm going to finagle my bow so it's not quite as big. That's an overpowering bow. That's like a Southern Mama bow on a baby. Okay. There we go. Okay. A local Dodge dealership has a Jeep. And every time you go by, you tell your husband the color is bubble bath. That's awesome. Okay, so we've got that. Now, super easy part. We're going to put decoration. The cardstock is 3 by 3. The DSP is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. I'm going to adhere. All right, here. It's only paper. That is true, Kathy. You guys are so encouraging to her. So encouraging to her. Okay, so I've got this. I'm going to put some adhesive here. I'm going to put that on the front of my box. Did I tell you I'm going to a graduation party tonight? So I'm going to be able not only to give this box, but to take the sample box and give that to someone too. Okay, so look at that. So easy and so cute. Of course, we've got to have a sentiment. So I've taken the stylish shapes. I've punched out, or not punched out, but I've die cut out the banner. And then I didn't take the stamps, a stamp from the Beautiful Balloon set, just to remind you. This is the Beautiful Balloon set. It coordinates with this DSP, with this paper. Okay, but I didn't use this one. Instead, I grabbed one out of the Zany Zoo. And I don't know where I put that stamp set, but something great to celebrate. You. Ta-da! Look at that. For all my box weakness, my stamping is on par today. And I have die cut out a couple, where did they go, of balloons. Come to me, please, balloons. All right, they're here somewhere, okay? The balloons are here somewhere. All right, I'm going to show you the finished project so that you can see it again. But I did a couple balloons. I'll tie it up for you, and you can see I just put them right there. The balloons come in the dies that match the Beautiful Balloon set, so that was easy, and you saw me use those yesterday. So that is how you make the box. And I adhered the balloons, just so you know, with dimensionals. So there you go. So I gotta find my balloons and finish that. So that's it. A lot of fractions, Dawn. You wouldn't have known it, would you, when you think about me in high school? I was the English girl. So I am gonna bring the camera back up. All right, here we go. Hello, hello. Guys, thank you so much for putting up with me and my foolishness and all. But you know what? I have now learned, I think, how to set my camera up better so that you can see. So I 100% appreciate that. So here is card number 1. Okay, this was our fun fold. It was very, very easy. Very, very easy. That is exactly right, Dawn. Or Kathy. So I love it. It's the Botanical Blossoms paper. It is, thank you, Peggy. It's the Botanical Blossoms paper and the Wonderful Thoughts words and the Countryside Corners dies. And then we have the box, the cute gift box that you're going to be able to use for a gift card or just put cash in or whatever. Graduation, birthday. Thank you, Dawn. So you've got both of these things. Again, for those of you who are not demonstrators and are not working with a demonstrator, if you are working with a demonstrator and you want to order something, order it from them. But if you're not working with a demonstrator and you want to order, with a $35 order, you get the supplies to make all 6 of the projects that we've done over the last couple of days. With a $50 order, you get paper snips as well, and it's going to be super fun. Couple last minute reminders, and I spoke about these yesterday. If you are a demonstrator, please know that in the Creating for Christ group that I do with my friend Rhonda Wade, I feel like I'm looking at the sky right now. We have our May project uploaded. It's free. The tutorial is free, so you can make it yourself, and it is uploaded. If you want the kit, you have until May 24th to get that, and they are still available, but you're going to want to move on that. Super cute. And if you're not in Creating for Christ, you should totally send me a message and join, because there's so many free tutorials there. And if you think this is an encouraging group, oh my gosh, you should see that one over there. So there's that. And then the second thing, if you're local to me in Nashville, I'm having a retreat June 10th. We're going to have an amazing time and have so much fun. So reach out to me about that too, or I'll send it in the email. Okay, guys, we did it. We did it. You do. I know. They're both napping. You want to see? There's Fiona. And there's Finn. They're here all the time. That's why I have that sheet on the bed. So yeah, they're the best. Anyway, thank you so much. I am going to be stamping more online. I enjoy doing it, even though I'm not great at it. And I thank you guys for coming. So be on the lookout, and I'll see you guys super soon, okay? Bye-bye.